Alright, so next module we have is mesh as a sample, and this is comparatively easy than our mesh read, because read is just going to read all the nodes, but sample, this is actually much easier. So if you remember in our geometry sample, right, we had sample index and we had sample nearest. So I explained you this in my geometry sample video, so you can rewatch that. So this two nodes, actually I explained how you can make this work according to point, edges, faces, all that stuff. And this is also a similar sample nearest, with help of point, index, edges, we can use it. So what does sample nearest surface does, which is our first node in our mesh sample nearest surface. What this node does, it takes the nearest sample and it snaps our additional geometry, which is in my case currently a sphere. In rather than snapping it to edge, face, it is going to snap to the surface instead. So whatever the surface is, it is just going to move according to that. So it is just going to move it, and you can see this empty object. As soon as I move this on Y, it is just technically it is doing the same thing, but rather than snapping it to any faces, edges or vertex, it is just moving to along with surface, and that's pretty much what it is doing. I'm not going to explain you this mesh, value, group ID, sample position, sample group ID, all that stuff, because I already explained this in this sample index and sample nearest, but I will just quickly tell you the very basic thing. So in the sample position, I'm taking an additional position of that sample. In my case, currently I'm taking this geometry as a empty geometry, and I'm just putting that location in sample position, so you can see. And this value is actually taken by a position node from spreadsheet, so I'm just taking that value as a position. And then I'm also taking a grid input in my mesh, and I'm setting it as a vector type, so I can link my position and object information node in my vector node. But you can change it according to your need. If you want a float, integer, anything, you can do that. Group ID will actually lets us add additional operation like adding that group ID, but I don't use it. Sample group ID does similar thing, where you can even link index as well. So it is doing that, and it is outputting one vector value, which is exactly this, which is exactly our movable portion, our this empty object, as you can see. And it is also giving a boolean value, which means asking true and false. Hey, if this is a valid or not. If this is a valid, then just keep it, and if it is not, then just remove it. So it is also giving that value. So the second node we have in mesh sample is sample UV surface, and as its name says, it is sampling our surface according to the UV surface of our current mesh. So what this is doing, I'm actually able to copy my first geometry exactly to the second geometry, which means my another geometry. So let me actually show you what I mean by that. Let's just say if I move this a little bit like this, it is going to copy to my second geometry here, and this is exactly what it is doing. As soon as you add sample UV surface, you again switch to vector, because I am using position value as value. Then we have mesh, which is our primary mesh. In this case, I have the second plane, and I'm just putting it as my reference mesh. And then I have value, which is I'm taking position. Then I have a UV map and a sample UV map. Now let me explain you something about UVs. So if you see in our object data property here, we have UV map. By default, it is a UV map. It is named as UV map. But I changed the name here as, let's just say maybe UV1, right? So this is a different UV map. And if you don't know what is UV map, if you watch my this video 10 level of shading, I have difference between, here it is, UV map and all that stuff. So I'm explaining here what is exactly UV map and how you can use it. And obviously I also have a 12-hour course where I'm explaining about UV map. So here it is, yeah, basics, no, not that, here in this yeah, shading, sorry, UV unwrapping here. On this 6 hours, at 6 hours I'm explaining what is exactly UV map. So I encourage you check these 2 videos for that, so you will understand better. Anyways, so that is what UV means. And what I'm doing right now, I'm actually taking a named attribute and I'm putting that name attribute into my UV maps. So currently, primarily I'm taking the UV map of my UV1 and I need to check it here. Yeah, I need to check it. So first UV map I'm taking as my reference, which is UV1, and the second one, which is my UV map. So let me actually rename it as a UV2, so that will be much better. And as you can see, it is doing exactly that. So even if let's just say if I modify anything in my first geometry, it will copy in my second geometry, and it is much better to visually see. Like obviously you can do this operation with help of other modifier as well, but with help of this sample UV surface you can do it easily, which means it is sampling a UV surface of one geometry and copying it to other geometry. But obviously there are many use cases like copying a shader. You can use the sampling of a shader material and then you can copy it to other geometry. So it is that. Let me actually explain you very shortly. Sample nearest surface is going to sample a nearest surface according to any empty object. Let me actually take an empty here. Yeah, according to any empty object, but it is not going to snap like sample index from geometry. It is not going to snap like sample index or sample nearest. Rather than snapping it to anything, it is going to snap it to surface instead, and it is going to do that operation. And obviously with sample UV surface, you can sample any UV surface according to your UV maps in your 3D geometry, and then you can use it in your other geometry to copy it. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Like and share this video and subscribe to channel so you don't miss the next part.